Greetings all, Fanny here for Aquarius's weekend message. Aquarius, the first card that came out for you is the Queen of Swords in reverse. Normally a master of mentality and her thoughts. The Queen of Swords in reverse might be leading to disruption of the mind, could be insomnia, things keeping you up at night, a lot of mental noise and chatter. And that's entirely understandable with the entire state of the world being generally on fire. So don't feel like you are going crazy, or at least you're not going crazy by yourself. That was meant to be comforting. We have the Empress in reverse, believing or maybe not believing in your ability to do something, in your ability to create something. Aquarius, I want you to know that mentality shapes reality. Everything that you think about your situation becomes, well, your situation. It's called the law of attraction for a reason. We have Justice and the Knight of Wands that come out. So with Justice, she has scales there, and she decides what is and isn't right. With the Knight of Wands, this might be inspiration coming in to bring you out of a slump or out of a moment of writers or artists or creator block. Whatever was keeping you stagnant, it is being removed. We have 1111 as well on the Justice, which is new beginnings. So new opportunities coming in. That is wonderful. Spirit, do you have another message from the tarot to bring to Aquarius today? You have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands. I want you to see that in the Two of Wands, she's literally holding the world in her hand. And that's absolute potential and possibilities. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, this could be emotional upset. And I think going back to what's going on with the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Empress in reverse is unprocessed or unrecognized emotions, sources of trauma and upset, has created this lack of stability and security in the physical that has created a lot of this upset. And I'm not in any way saying that you are the one that is creating this, but choosing to focus and dwell on only the negative, on only what you don't have, is not going to pull you out of this slump, my dear. It's not going to pull you out of this dark, negative place. Switching the perspective, understanding what you have learned from the situation, and allowing yourself to accept more. Why did you go? You have Take Action that came out and Disconnect. I feel like, Aquarius, you're going through a difficult time. I understand that. Many of us are. But sticking around in a situation just because you know what is going to go on, just because you know what hell you're going to expect, is not a reason to stay in the situation. Disconnecting from this energy that when you try to move forward, someone pulls you back. When you try to make progress, someone pulls. It's almost like when you're trying to get sober from like cigarettes or alcohol or any other substance, and people are constantly putting it back in your face like, hey, remember this? Hey, remember how good that felt? It is hard to pull yourself out of those situations, especially when it was so ingrained in everything that was who you are or your surroundings. But taking action now, even if it's just small steps, an affirmation stating, I am getting myself out of this situation. I am removing myself from this situation. I am removing this doubt. I am removing this fear. Even if the action you're taking is just affirmations, it is a direction. Because that law of attraction, what you say, what you think, becomes your reality. Consciously switching what you're saying about yourself and your world makes a huge difference. You have decluttering, removing that which you do not need anymore, that which reminded you of that place that you don't want to be in anymore, that which reminded you of that person that hurts you. You don't have to hang on to these things. And of course, that's also talking about mental decluttering. 0 fucks given. Don't care what other people have to say about you, because there will always be someone who has some shit to say. There will always be someone who says you're doing wrong, you need to be doing something different, you shouldn't be doing that, yada 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 yada. Honey, if I listened to that, I wouldn't be here for you. And I can honestly say I would rather be doing this than anything those people were telling me, because that's not where my soul belonged. My soul belongs guiding people out of their dark times, giving them aid and support, understanding that when there are murky waters, where there are sharks, you must escape. But you have an advantage. She has wings. She has an advantage that they do not. It's the emotional baggage that would weigh it down. So confess what you need to release and sacrifice it. Write it out on papers. I sacrifice, I release this. And it will throw your world into disarray, especially if that became a lot of your everyday reality. But I promise you, when the dust settles, when the smoke clears, your world will be an entire new experience for you. And it will be something that you want to experience every single day, because it won't be the toxic rat race that you were dealing with. It will be supportive, encouraging, enlightening, adventurous, awe-inspiring. You have so much potential here, Aquarius, but the surroundings, the environment, it is a detriment. And removing yourself from it, you will be surprised how quickly you shift out of that energy. If you're consciously making decisions to look more on the positive, to bring more of the good that you want in your life instead of focusing on what you do not have. Have a beautiful day, Aquarius.